You know that feeling when you wake up in the morning and your knees groan a little louder than they used to? Maybe you hesitate before standing up, or you find yourself avoiding stairs because they just don't feel as friendly as they once did. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Knee pain is one of those unwelcome guests that tends to show up as we get older, but here's the good news: it doesn't have to stay forever. In fact, with a few simple daily habits, you can ease the discomfort and even make it vanish over time. Now, I know what you might be thinking: easier said than done, right? But trust me, these aren't drastic changes. No marathon training sessions or complicated diets. Just small, practical adjustments to your day that add up to big relief. And today, I'm going to share the first few habits that can help you get started. So let's begin with the first habit, one you might not even realize is affecting your knees as much as it is. Movement. Yes, I know, when your knees hurt, the last thing you want to do is move them more. But here's the thing: our joints thrive on gentle, regular motion. Think of them like a door hinge. If it sits unused for too long, it gets stiff and creaky. But when you open and close it regularly, it stays smooth. Your knees work the same way. Now, I'm not talking about running or jumping. Simple movements like short walks, seated leg lifts, or even ankle circles while you're watching TV can make a world of difference. The key is consistency. Just 5 or 10 minutes a few times a day keeps the joint fluid moving, reduces stiffness, and strengthens the muscles around your knees, taking pressure off the joints themselves. And here's a little tip: if walking feels tough, try breaking it up. Instead of one long walk, take 3 short ones. Maybe once in the morning, once after lunch, and once in the evening. You'll still get the benefits without overdoing it. Now, let's move on to the second habit: hydration. You might not connect drinking water to knee pain, but your joints depend on it. Inside every joint, there's something called synovial fluid. It's like your body's natural lubricant. And just like oil in a car engine, when there's not enough of it, things start to grind. As we age, our bodies don't hold onto water as well, and we might not feel as thirsty, even when we need fluids. So make it a point to sip water throughout the day. If plain water isn't your favorite, try herbal teas, or add a slice of lemon or cucumber for flavor. And here's a simple way to check if you're drinking enough: take a look at your urine. If it's light yellow, you're doing great. If it's dark, grab a glass of water. Now, before we move on to the next habits, let's pause for a moment. Because these first two, gentle movement and staying hydrated, are the foundation. They're simple, but they make everything else work better. And if you start with just these, you'll likely notice a difference in how your knees feel in just a few weeks. But we're just getting started. There are a few more daily habits that can take your knee pain from manageable to nearly gone. And in the next part, we'll dive into the next steps, including one surprising habit that most people overlook completely. So for now, try adding a little extra movement to your day and keep that water glass filled. Your knees will thank you. And when you're ready, we'll keep going. Because life's too short to let knee pain hold you back. You've started moving a little more and keeping yourself hydrated, 2 simple but powerful steps toward happier knees. Now, let's build on that foundation with the next few habits that can help ease your discomfort even further. The third habit is all about supporting your knees from the outside. And no, I don't mean braces or wraps, though those can help in some cases. I'm talking about your shoes. Believe it or not, what you wear on your feet plays a huge role in how your knees feel. If your shoes are worn out, too flat, or don't provide enough cushion, every step sends a little shock up through your legs straight to your knees. So take a look at your favorite pair of shoes. Are the soles uneven? Do they feel thin when you walk? If so, it might be time for an upgrade. A good pair of supportive, cushioned shoes, especially ones designed for walking, can make a world of difference. And if you're not sure where to start, many shoe stores have staff who can help you find the right fit. You don't need anything fancy, just something that gives your feet and knees the support they deserve. Now, let's move to the fourth habit: strengthening the muscles around your knees. You see, your knees don't work alone. They rely on the muscles in your thighs, hips, and even your core to stay stable and move smoothly. When those muscles are weak, your knees take on more strain than they should. But the good news? You don't need a gym membership or heavy weights to strengthen them. Simple exercises like seated leg lifts, standing calf raises, holding onto a chair for balance, or even gentle yoga can work wonders. The key is to go slow and listen to your body. If an exercise causes pain, stop and try something easier. Over time, as these muscles get stronger, you'll notice your knees feel more stable and less achy. Here's a little trick. Try doing these exercises while watching your favorite show or listening to music. It makes the time pass faster, and before you know it, you've given your knees the support they need without even thinking about it. Now, let's talk about the fifth habit, managing your weight. I know this one can be a sensitive topic, but hear me out. Every extra pound you carry puts about 4 pounds of pressure on your knees when you walk. That means if you're just 10 pounds overweight, your knees are handling an extra 40 pounds of force with every step. Over time, that adds up. But here's the encouraging part. You don't need to lose a dramatic amount of weight to make a difference. Even losing just a few pounds can take significant pressure off your knees. And the best way to do it? Small, sustainable changes, like swapping sugary drinks for water, adding an extra serving of vegetables to your meals, or taking a short walk after dinner. It's not about strict diets or deprivation, it's about making little shifts that add up over time. Now, I know these habits might seem like a lot at first glance, but remember, you don't have to tackle them all at once. Start with 1 or 2, get comfortable with them, and then add another. Progress, not perfection, is what matters here. And in the next part, we'll wrap things up with the final habit, one that's often overlooked but can make a huge difference in how your knees feel day to day. Plus, we'll talk about how to put all these habits together in a way that feels doable and sustainable for you. So for now, think about which of these habits resonates most with you. Maybe it's slipping on a more supportive pair of shoes, or trying a few gentle leg lifts while you watch the evening news. Whatever it is, take that first small step. Your knees, and your future self, will thank you for it. By now, you've got some powerful tools in your toolkit: gentle movement, hydration, supportive shoes, muscle strengthening, and mindful weight management. Each of these habits works together to take pressure off your knees and help them move with less pain. But there's one last habit that ties everything together, and it's something we often forget about as we get older: rest and recovery. You see, while movement is crucial for keeping joints healthy, rest is equally important. Our knees aren't designed to go non-stop, they need time to recover, especially after activity. Think of it like this: if you were gardening all afternoon, you wouldn't expect your hands to feel fresh and pain-free if you immediately started kneading dough or knitting without a break. Your knees deserve the same consideration. Now, rest doesn't necessarily mean staying completely still, though a good nap never hurts. It's about balance. If you've had a busy day on your feet, try elevating your legs for 15 to 20 minutes in the evening. If a particular activity made your knees ache, alternate between sitting and standing, or use a cushion for support. And don't underestimate the power of a good night's sleep. That's when your body does its best repair work. Here's something else to consider: heat and cold therapy. A warm compress can loosen stiff joints in the morning, while an ice pack can soothe inflammation after activity. Keep both on hand and see which works best for you. Sometimes, a little extra comfort goes a long way. Now, let's take a step back and look at the big picture. These 5 habits: movement, hydration, support, strength, weight management, and rest, aren't just random tips. They're a lifestyle approach to keeping your knees happy for years to come. And the beautiful part? You don't have to do them perfectly. Miss a day? That's okay. Start small, keep going, and celebrate every bit of progress. Remember Mrs. Thompson, a lovely woman in her 70s who thought she'd just have to live with her knee pain? She started with just one habit: adding a 5-minute walk after breakfast. Then she swapped her old slippers for supportive shoes. A few months later, she told me her knees hadn't felt this good in years. No magic pills, no drastic measures, just consistent, caring steps. That's what I want for you. Not just less pain, but more freedom to walk in the park, play with your grandkids, or simply move through your day without that constant ache. It's absolutely possible. So here's my challenge to you. Pick one habit to start with today. Maybe it's filling up a water bottle first thing in the morning or doing seated leg lifts during the weather report. Whatever feels doable, start there. Then, when you're ready, add another. Small steps create big changes. I'd love to hear how it goes for you. Drop a comment below and share what's working or what questions you have. And if you found this helpful, do me a favor, hit that like button and subscribe for more tips to help you live well at any age. Because here's the truth, getting older doesn't have to mean slowing down. With the right habits, you can keep moving, enjoying, and embracing life, starting today. Here's to your health, your happiness, and knees that feel years younger.